Oh, Kenta disappeared. All right. What a start. Where did he go? Actually, where did he go? Lads, this was supposed to be a full non-shenanigan start. There we go. He's back. Okay. All right. Welcome in, everybody. We are on a winning streak. If you didn't know, 3 games at Atlanta, Colorado, Orlando, all downed. Hell is real on the horizon. Today or tonight, it's me and Kenta. We're breaking it down. 1-0 win in Orlando. Some shenanigans, to say the least. There were some things happening tonight. A lot of things. First things first, Kenta, what were your thoughts on the game?
It was a messy game, Shelley Goal gets that red card in the 23rd minute. You'd expect the team to, when they're up a goal, very early goal, and they're up a man, you'd expect the team to control the match significantly better than they did. Orlando was never out of it, despite being down a man. And of course, Brett Halsey had that red card as well and made it even closer. But yeah, ultimately, you still get the win, get another clean sheet for Roman, 4th of the season for him. And you need to play better against Crew this upcoming week. They've had a bye this week. Everyone's rested. They're going to be ready to go at home. So
yeah. Big thing though, Buka and Lucho got by unscathed in the yellow card department tonight.
Yeah,
huge. I was touching on it a little bit on the stream. I was like, we can finally go to the Crew relatively with full power. I don't remember the last time we went there with full power. I mean, obviously the game here in the Eastern Finals, I think we were full power. But like, I don't remember the last time we went there and we're like, yep, we've got all our troops. We're good. We're chilling. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, even at home, Miazga suspended with that
playoff
thing. So
I think I just wiped that out of like pain. Just completely forgot that happened.
Yeah, I mean,
anyways,
it was just they didn't have the back line last time, right?
Yeah.
Columbus last time it was like a
Nick was out as well.
I forget who was starting on the back line. No, I think Nick was playing.
No, because he lifted the sword.
No, at Columbus.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, at Columbus. Yeah. It was a back line issue. I think Gaddis was starting at like left center back. It was like Murphy, Gaddis, and Hagelin on the back line. And before that, Lucha was out, right? So
I have a free Lucha t-shirt from that.
From that red card. That's right. So it'll be a relatively full strength team, as you said, which is just always a good thing in a rivalry match to have everyone available for the most part.
Seriously, yeah. Let's get into the stats a little bit. You pointed out, and I got on the screen on broadcast, they said Orlando had like 1.5 some odd expected goals, something like that. FOTMob, and I think you said Opta, gave him 0.41 expected goals. And I kind of noted on the watch long, Orlando, if they actually had a back post runner, could have bagged probably 4 on us easily, I think.
Yeah. They just weren't able to connect on the back post. As you said, they had a lot of balls there.
Yeah.
And that's gonna be the reason why their XG stat, do what you will with the XG stat, it's so low. Because you gotta get some kind of shot on target, not even on target, just a shot for it to register as an XG. So, if they connected on all those chances, then that stat's going to skyrocket. And I don't think it's really indicative of how close Orlando was in terms of being able to score.
Yeah. I was watching us play when we go up a man is more unenjoyable than when we're playing level. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm thinking back, tonight, I'm thinking back to the Hell is Real in 2021 when with Castillo. By the way, Lucho's goal tonight was a record-breaking goal, fastest goal in franchise or club, whatever you want to call it, history, breaking that Edgar Castillo goal in Hell is Real in 2021 at TQL. That goal was 28 or 25, 26, Castillo.
That was 26 seconds.
26 seconds. Tonight was officially
2021. It was 17. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, just games like that, we go up a man or two even, and I feel like we play worse. And it's not even like at that time, Noonan wasn't the coach. So it's not like, oh yeah, this coach is just really bad at managing, man up situations, whatever. I don't know what it is. Kenta, do you have any insight on what you think it could be? Because I'm actually at a dead end on what the heck is going on.
I don't. I feel like it's a different issue every time. It's just, it
Really?
feels like a mentality issue. Like there's a different issue every time. It's whether you're just unable to possess the ball well, which should be theoretically easy when you're up a man, or um, you're just not marking players defensively when they have the ball in transition. Like it feels like it's a slightly different issue every time Cincinnati's been up a man. Um, that that Columbus match, that hell is real with the Edgar Castillo goal. It was, not able to. They weren't able to finish out a half. I think Lucas Villarreal was the player that scored in the stoppage time in the first half, and all of a sudden, instead of being up 2-0, no, you're going into the break 2-1. They have all the momentum. They're able to find an equalizer late, right? So I don't know what it is. I feel like it's a multitude of things, but even when you get a result up a man, or I guess ultimately you weren't up a man, but for a significant
Yeah.
portion of the match you're up a man, you still weren't convincing. Plenty of opportunities for the opposition. You didn't create as much. So it's not pretty to watch, I don't think. And I think
Yeah.
there's definitely frustration if you're a fan watching the match, because you'd expect more from this team, especially when
Exactly.
they're up.
Yeah. Yeah. We got Jose in the chat and Justin in the chat as well. Jose, he's saying same type of thing. He thinks just the team mental block when we're up a player or two. I think I'm in that same boat just because I'm not I'm a very emotional fan in the sense that tactically I don't usually have a clue as to what's going on. Well, okay, false. I've played soccer all my life, so I'm there. But when you start talking about oh, because of this XYZ, and he's the pivot and the engine, I don't know what you're talking about. So I'm a stick with what Jose is saying. What Jose is saying, the mental block. That's what I'm rocking with. Justin also, yeah, noting the Monterey game in Champions Cup, we were up a man, couldn't get the result that we needed. Yeah, I don't really know what to do with that, honestly. And it's concerning because it's not just how do I say it? It's not just bad. We just don't look like ourselves. And it's so immediate. Like soon as you get the man, the identity is lost. And I don't know. I'm gonna move on from that because I don't think either of us have a clue as to what a solution is. Cliff is saying, I was really surprised we had 90% pass accuracy because trying to play out of the back, we seem to give it away a lot. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what it really constitutes as a pass. I mean, I would FOTMob here at saying 87. But still, I feel like that stat usually is kind of generous. Because I watch games and I'm like, really? I don't know. What else? The fouls. Oh, the fouls tonight. Ah, I don't I'm surprised Elfath didn't run out of the spray for marking the free kicks. And they felt like they were all kind of around if this is the field, they were all kind of around our box, maybe 10, 15-ish yards out. All of them were dangerous balls in. What in the world? You gotta clean it up, I think. Do you have anything to note on the fouls?
I mean, it just I'm looking at the map for fouls won by Orlando City, and it's not a ton of them are central in terms of the pitch. There's a lot in the attacking half.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you're up a man. There really shouldn't be that much fouling.
Yeah.
Just
It
either possess the ball and just try to play the game out and play the minutes out, or if you're going to try to find a second to put the game away, then put numbers forward. And I don't think Cincy really did either. They didn't really possess the ball that efficiently. They
yeah.
didn't. they didn't overload a certain area of the pitch to try to create chances either much. So yeah, I think there's you can be frustrated there as well.
To not be such a Debbie Downer, though, I will be honest. I'm getting colors of last year where it's like, just get a result on the road and you'll stay in it. And, usually it's the win at home, tie away. We won. It wasn't pretty. We won. So that's awesome. And for a little bit, we thought maybe we were going to go top of the East because Miami. That's just ridiculous. What happened in Miami?
They were just toying. They were just. I had the match on in a separate screen, and they were just toying with Red Bulls.
So
5
absurd.
assists for Messi, which I think is a single game record in MLS. Suarez had his hat trick, and that's all like relatively within like the second half. Because it was a 1-0. They were leading 1-0. I think Red Bulls at halftime.
Yeah, they were. Yeah.
So
yeah, because I took my break and I was eating like my halftime snack and stuff. That sounded so childish. My halftime snack. I was eating my snack and stuff, and I'm scrolling through Twitter as you do at halftime, and Randy Spalding commented on my like halftime thoughts, and he said, Miami's losing, and then you had sent in the chat, goal Miami. And then I responded to him and I said, oh, they've brought it back. And then before I could even like really hit send, they got the lead and they just did not look back.
Yeah, it was
brutal.
That second half was it was one after the other for full 45 minutes.
Yeah. Jose is saying, what happened to that fluid game we saw in the last 2 games? That is a fantastic question because I thought we were playing liquid football for, I think it was it the Atlanta game? I forget which one really stood out to me, but one of the 2 games, I was like, wow, this is really fun to watch. So bring it next week, please.
Yeah, I think if you go back to that Colorado match in particular, I think they were playing very fluidly between possession from those like wider center back areas, I guess, with like Miles and I guess Ian also started that match. And then the center forwards kind of dropping in. Like there's a lot there where it was really good build-up play in possession, and we didn't see much of it here, especially after Orlando went down a goal, which is or a man and a goal, I guess, which doesn't make a ton of sense.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's I'm not sure. I don't know where it went, but it wasn't as cohesive of a performance by the team.
Yeah.
But I guess on the bright side, he had Roman back, who I think played very well.
He had a huge game. We had someone in the chat said this earlier. Who was it? Augustine. I hope I pronounced your name wrong, or pronounce it right. I hope I pronounced your name wrong. I hope I pronounced your name right. Augustine or Augustine. He said Roman man of the match. I find it so hard to disagree with that. I don't know who else it would be other than Lucho, just because he got the goal. Lucho stood on his head on at least 2 occasions, or Roman stood on his head for at least 2 occasions, I think.
I think Roman early on was a little rusty at first.
Early on, sure.
He grew into the match.
Yeah.
Kind of in the similar light that Orlando grew into the match. I still think Lucho probably is the man of the match. I think in a way, FCC's backline and Roman kind of got bailed by the fact that Orlando didn't convert on their chances. I think they had a ton of open looks that they didn't convert on, and it wasn't necessarily that Roman, especially early on, like made saves. It was more of Orlando not connecting. And if they connect, I don't see Roman saving a bunch of those. So in that sense, I think if you go and look at the if you're into font mob ratings and that kind of stuff, if you go back and look into what Ian Murphy and Miazga and Miles and Roman are rated, I think it's going to be a little elevated compared to how they actually played, because at the end they kept a clean sheet, so that's going to count for something. But I don't know how much of that was on them and how much of that was just poor execution on the part of Orlando.
That's fair. All right. I'll get you out of here. Do you have any parting thoughts moving forward or on tonight?
I don't know if I already said this. I think I did, but the team needs to play better next weekend.
Mhm.
Columbus
Yep.
again, coming off a bye, and they've been playing 2 matches a week for a while now because of CCC. That final at Pachuca is like I think the 1st of June on a Saturday, so like it's way gone. They're focusing just on MLS play, and then now it's a rivalry match at home. Like this is gonna be, I think, the toughest match FCC's had since their CCC matchup against Monterrey.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be a big test, um, and they need to play a lot better than they did against this Orlando team that's been struggling this year.
Hard to disagree. Hard to disagree. Yeah, I'm my my stomach's already. I feel it nodding up thinking about next weekend. All right, Kenta, thank you again for joining. It's been a pleasure. And dude, I don't know what happened at the top of the stream, man. You just disappeared. It's
Uh,
crazy.
I do that sometimes.
All right. You have a good rest of your night. Again, thank you. I will see you in a bit. Cheers. All right. Bosh, bosh, bosh. Woohoo. All right, guys. Oh, Cliff, what do people do to get sleep after a game like this? Drugs. Yoga. What? Me personally, I maybe go for like a really long drive, like really far, like miles. Turn on some tunes, buy like Comigo or something like that. All right. Oh man. That was stressful. That was not okay, let's wrap this up. Oh, where did my notes go? All right. Anyways, we know we've got Hell is Real coming up next weekend. As everyone has mentioned, the chat, Kenta, myself, we need to play better. Jose, great point on the fluid game from the past 2 games. Need to bring that back. They're fully capable. They're so capable. This roster has so much talent. It's awesome when it clicks. But when you see tonight, and I'm gonna just say the red card issue that we have just as a club, it's like bad voodoo or something like that. I don't believe in that stuff, but something is going on. That's crazy. Anyways, we've got the notes here. Our next 3 games, we've got 1 away, 2 at home. Hell is Real next weekend away in Columbus. Atlanta at home. The reverse fixture from just last week? No, 2 weeks ago. Sorry, last week was Colorado at home. Hell is Real, Atlanta, and St. Louis. We have some demons to exercise against St. Louis, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my days. Last year was insane. Those of you that may or may not have watched the watch along on my channel from last year, the weather delay was crazy. I think that live stream lasted a total of 4 hours. It was bonkers. And the game was under a tornado watch. And then we ended up getting hammered as well. It was just a bad time. So I would love to absolutely just St. Louis at home. That's in a couple weeks though. So we got some time. Actually, yeah. Not this weekend, not the weekend of that. Yeah, okay. Math and calendar, and I learned that in elementary school, I promise. But yeah, from those 3 games, I forget what I said last week about what I want to see from the points, like from the upcoming 3 games. But from Hell is Real, Atlanta, and St. Louis, I would love to see 7 points. I don't know if I feel very optimistic going into Columbus to get 3 points. I can see a draw. I can definitely see a draw. But I don't know about 3 points right now after tonight. If you would have asked me after the Colorado game or Atlanta, probably more optimistic. But after tonight, I think maybe 7 from the next 3. Columbus, Atlanta, St. Louis. I almost want to beat St. Louis more than the Crew right now. Just because, hear me out. We don't get to play St. Louis every year. Or sorry, we don't get to play them at our house like all the time. Actually, no, that was true. We don't always get to play them because like we're not playing the Galaxy this year. But you get the point. When Where Columbus, we get to play them twice a year. So like, oh no, if we lose away, beat them at our house, type of thing. Anyways, as I said at the top of stream, 3-game winning streak. We are so back. We are so back. It's unbelievable. I love it. And again, can we keep the momentum going? We're okay, maybe not where we want to be because obviously, want to be top of the table in that. But Miami's got a game in hand. Come on, man. I'm pleased. I don't know about you guys. I'm feeling good. Let's see chat here. Jose, I also believe this team has a talent. It could be that today, or it could be that today they're still trying to get used to each other. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like they put it together for 2 games. It just makes me wonder why not click today? Maybe the red card was what threw it out the window. I don't know. I said 7. Oh, I said 7 last stream. Okay, Kenta. Cool. I'm not counting on 3 points up there. Yeah, Jose, I'm not sure many people are, to be honest. I'm confident that we can get a point for sure, but 3 is asking a bit much at the moment, if I'm being completely frank. Last thing before we start wrapping things up, Kevin's debut tonight. What minute did he come on? I did not put this in the notes because I was rushing around and trying to post the Gary Boogie over on Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it. Let's see, what minute? Oh, he came on like 62nd minute, I believe. Kevin. He had a couple of like half looks, maybe. The one shot from Kubo, I think Kevin was like running onto it, but that was fully a ball for Kubo. And Kubo, he didn't get it on frame, but it was still like, whatever. But yeah, pleased with the time he got, I guess. Loved to see Dotto get some more minutes tonight. That was awesome. That turn, I think it was a pass from Dotto on that play that I was just talking about, where he played it to Kubo and Kevin tried to run onto it, but it was fully Kubo's ball. Dotto had a nice silky turn. It was really nice. Again, would love to see more minutes for Dotto. I cannot get enough of Dotto on the field. It's just nice liquid football when he's on. But yeah, final thoughts. I'll do a little cheeky best and worst from the night. My best, same type of winning ways as last year. As I said, top of the stream, I'm getting colors of last year in the sense, grind out the win. It's an away game, grind out the win. Now, if this were a home game, maybe I'd be a little upset, like actually upset with, the whole 1-0 and red cards and that. But away, 1-0 against Orlando, I'm fine with that. And Kenta noted pre-stream and everything. Orlando were like an even goal differential at home going into the night. So not a bad place to win. So that's my best, grind out the win, obviously. My worst, low-hanging fruit, probably just that the disconnect and then the whole red card debacle stuff. Not like the red cards themselves, but like the whole, why do we not play well when we go up a man? And then also for those of you that may or may not be angry about the Brett Halsey red card, I'm also disgruntled about it. The first foul, I believe, if I recall correctly, that he committed that got him the yellow, that's a foul. You can't, whether he meant to or not, I doubt he meant to hit the dude in the face. That's a yellow card. And then you can't kick the ball away like that, man. You just can't. It's against the rules. It's annoying and frustrating, but it's within the laws of the game. You can't do that. To do it on a yellow, it's anyways. 6-4, 6 against in 5 previous matches. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, that's the rundown on Orlando. Kenta says prior to tonight, Orlando had 6 goals for and 6 goals against at their place in the previous 5 matches. So good place to be winning. I'm totally cool with that. Yeah. If anyone else doesn't have anything in the chat, we will wrap this up. Thank you everybody for joining. Again, still earthquake. That actually just bumped my desk. Still working out all of the technological bobs. Yeah. But tonight I think we did a pretty good job tonight. I'm gonna be honest. I think it was pretty good. But yeah, Sorry, to toot my own horn there. Thank you everyone for joining. Thank you for everyone that watched the watch along over on my channel. Be on the lookout for, post-match recaps and all that. Yeah. Tune into the Monday show. I will see you guys next weekend for a special Hell is Real watch along live post-match reactions extravaganza special with all the homies. And yeah. All right, guys. Thank you. Enjoy the win tonight. I will see you guys next week in a bit.